Hi, everybody. This is Elijah Keating from wisdomseekers.net. Emphasis on the .net. And this is for air for the weeklies for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. November 10th to the 16th, 2019. And I'm going to jump right into it because it's just simpler that way. So, this is the card. It's detach. And being detached is one of the things that I do talk about a lot. It's looking at life from a third party position rather than upfront and personal. And that way, you do feel you have the ability to see things from a slightly detached perspective, and it gives you more of a chance to react without emotions. And we want to act, we don't want to react. So that's basically what being detached is about. It's not being emotionally involved in your own life. And people say, oh, that's not right, that's not fair. But it is. You can see the emotions, you can deal with the emotions, but dealing with them from a detached position, it gives you the opportunity to act in a more logical way than react from emotions that are not always logical. How many times have you got a letter or an email or something and you read it and you react, and then you send off an email or a letter and then you read it over again, and if you read it over again, the energy shifts and changes, and how you reacted was not necessarily what was intended. So your reaction escalated a problem from a non-problem. But if you'd been detached, sat back, looked at it, and thought about it for a while, then answered, it would have been a non-problem. And that's a major lesson. If you can learn to pull back and act rather than react, it will save a great deal of problems. For instance, this summer I got an email from my strata, and it was written in such a way that it was designed for me to react because they couldn't talk to me about a certain subject unless I acknowledged it. And my first reaction was, react. But I put the computer away, sat back, left it alone for a little while, then went back and read it, and I realized it was designed to get me to react, so that they had an opening. I never ever acknowledged it. I never reacted to that comment at all, and nothing's come of it because it had nothing to do with strata at all. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyhow, the first card is for air is Eight of Wands, which is a really good one. It's the card that we've been getting all these cards we've been getting a lot of lately. They seem to be, for the last 3 weeks or so, been similar cards, similar energy happening. But it's a card of being happy, being on top of everything, but remaining grounded. And again, that's one of my pulpits. Stay grounded, and that's also being detached. Working from a detached point of view, you remain grounded. What covers it is a Three of Pentacles. So far for air, and everyone so far this week should be a decent week. Not necessarily, as I say, ever an easy week, because I don't think there's going to be easy for the next, maybe years, but maybe a little easier. And this is Three of Pentacles, which is receiving accolades for effort put in, which is also a money card. And what's behind it? It's the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is very much an air sign. and that high priestess thinks, sees, watches, and realizes that not everybody understands things from the level that the high priestess is at. That not understanding where everybody is, that we're understanding that not everybody's at the same level is a huge one. It makes it easier to deal with certain situations, especially when people react in dumb ways. Okay, the Chariot, again, that's a card of remaining in balance. So detached, remaining in balance, that suggests that this is going to be a week where you will be tested about remaining in balance. So the Chariot is about remaining in balance, but it's also suggestive that if you fall out of balance, how do you bring yourself back in? Does it take you forever, or can you do it simply? It's also a card that suggests you're on the right track and keep on doing the same things. And sometimes you can be thrown off balance even though you are on the right track. That's just accept the fact that sometimes life's going to happen, and it might be somebody else's lesson that will throw you off balance. Though if you're thrown off balance and you can't get back into balance, you need to look at that situation or the energy around that situation to see if that is part of your lesson. So the Three of Cups. So tomorrow, it's the 10th, and we'll start out with Three of Cups, which is celebration. And then we go right into joy. Ace of Swords, which is change. And it's deep change. It's from the subconscious or superconscious level. So we have a strong basis for which we can change. We have a great deal of knowledge. We know how to balance. We've put in a lot of effort, and we're coming from a celebration point. So we shouldn't be emotionally drained as we often are. So for this week, what's supporting us, or what's there? And it's not necessarily support. It's just simply the energy of the week. Is the Hermit, and the Hermit, and that's the third major arcana. So it's an important week, and they're all important. But the Hermit is being a way shower. So lessons are to how you work with it, how you detach. Could be that it's up to you to be the way shower. It's up to you to be confident and enjoy the good things in life. This is basically enjoying the good things in life. Bringing in energy and distributing it around in a positive way. You will have support, and this is support. It's emotional support, it's extra strength, and it's a knowledge that you are going to continue to change. So basically, being detached this week is probably the best answer you're going to get, but also you're going to have to put in, and nobody has to do anything, dedicated effort. And we have all the tools. We've put in a lot of effort. We have the support, and we have the knowledge. And I think this card also, even though it's celebration, I suspect it's celebration on the guide's part as well. So we have everything that we need to make this week a successful, energetic week for ourselves. And with that, I'm done.
Okay. The Polynesian Princess says, hey, Elisha and Elle, hello. Yasmin Fox says, hey, ladies.
Hey.
Champagne C says, good morning, Elisha and Elle. Technically, for us, it's afternoon.
Well, I think it's probably afternoon for a lot of people now.
Probably.
But I meant to do it in the morning.
We forgot.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. And then I suddenly realized, hey, I haven't done the air yet. I thought, Better do air.
Angela Patterson says, hi, Elisha and Elle. I hope you are both well.
I hope we're both well, too. Elle's getting better.
Maria Munoz asks, I found a low-income apartment that's accepting applications. If I could apply and I get approved, will it be a good move for me?
I would check and see how much I would check and see how much I just have a feeling that you want to find out how much it's hard to say, but how many games are played in that apartment? Quite often in situations like that, there are a lot of backbiting and things like that. If you can talk to some of the people in that area and find out, or if you're really good at not getting involved, then I would suggest that it would be a good thing for you. I do know they have a place here in town that has a low income. That's a low income, and honestly, it has a reputation all around town of being a place that is not very nice, honestly. They're just so many games and so many things. Just check to make sure that it's kind of games you can ignore or not get involved in, or something, or maybe it doesn't have. It all depends on the people, right? So check that out first before you apply. Other than that, good luck.
Lovely Ace says, hi, ladies.
Hi.
Jasmine Fox asks, what does Dee think about me as a person?
She likes you, thinks you're a very soft-spoken, gentle person, respectful. Basically, it seems like he covered all the social norms, and that you get a check mark for all the positive social norms. Dee thinks you're warm-hearted and caring, and you would be a good friend. And I'm talking in generals. You'd be a good friend in that you would, if somebody needed your support, you would be there to support them and help them as much as you are capable of. So Dee has a very positive view of you. Okay.
Mimi asks, hello, is Dario going to come towards me?
His answer is yes, he plans on it. He didn't show me how fast he was going to come or anything like that. He just said that yes, he plans on moving towards you. And I wish I could give you a little bit more, but that's all he gave me.
Polynesian Princess says, Libra!
Yeah.
Jenny Jones says, hello.
Hi, Jenny.
And Deborah Love asks, is my mom watching my Facebook?
Well, quick answer is yes. I think she watches it to see how you're doing. And it, to be in all fairness, it is out there in public, right? I mean, I don't watch my kids' Facebooks, but that's mostly because they tell me everything I need to know anyhow. But in all fairness, it is out there for them to see and to peruse. So just be careful what you put on there. I would not put my life story on Facebook ever, honestly. I mean, you put positive things on, but you don't necessarily put everything on there. I know I watch people and they put their life stories on Facebook, and I'm going, I wonder why they do that. I don't quite understand it. You know, they've got a heartbreak, they put it on. They've got a happy event, they put it on. So just be very careful what you put on Facebook, because it is out there for the world to see. Okay.
Lovely Ace asks, "Hi, may I know what is coming towards me soon? Thank you."
Okay, lovely Ace. I'm not sure how to answer this, because what I saw was kind of interesting. I saw a pair of lips and a pair of shining, happy eyes coming towards you, and they're really, really close. And it feels like it's probably a love interest. And if you already have a love interest, then it's going to intensify. If it's not, then be happy. Be aware there's somebody coming towards you, really close. They're really close to you. Okay, good luck.
Kim Z asks, "Will my finances improve?"
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to suggest you go to Wisdom Seeker's Facebook page, look up the meditation by Nikki. She talks about money situations. In fact, we actually, instead of talking for 15 minutes like we usually do, we talk for an hour all about this subject and how to deal with it. It was very, very interesting. I would recommend that you go check that out. Having said that, my feeling is it will ease off a little bit in the coming weeks, months. Okay, good luck.
Puzzle of Life asks, "Hi, my spirit." Sorry.
It's a really slow day today for us. Sorry about that.
Hi. My spirit. Why have my spirit guides mark? Sorry, this question is somewhat out of order, but it's all there, so I have to figure it out.
Okay, so I'll wait for you.
Okay. Why have my spirit guides made Mark and I reconnect in the area of love again? So, why?
Yeah, no, I got it.
All right.
I just, I'm not sure it's your spirit guides that did it. Basically, Mark is saying there's unfinished business that you have to do. And also, Mark actually really likes you. It just that what he's saying is that after a while, he has a really hard time, because the energy gets so intense. He has a hard time dealing with it long term. So he's trying really hard, but at the same time, he's afraid that he will backslide, because, well, events will occur, but it's actually the intensity of the emotions that are more than he can handle. Okay.
Angela Patterson asks, if there are questions, just wondering why Aldo has been so miserable. He acts like he is bored of me, like there is someone else. What's going on? Please and thank you.
I think Aldo has stuff going on he's not talking to you about, and don't think it actually has to do with another woman. He just he's taking out his bad mood on you because A, you'll accept it, and B, he's a bit of a jerk. He is not by nature a kind and loving human being. At least not at this moment. He's not. He doesn't really want to break up with you or anything like that. He's just, A, showing his true colors, and B, there's some kind of stressor in his life, probably related to money, that he's not telling you about. So he's taking it out on you because A, you're convenient, and B, he knows you're not going to do anything about it. You're not going to leave. Okay?
The Polynesian Princess asks, could I please have a message from my guides? Thank you.
Well, the first thing that most of the guides say, and your guides are no exception, is they're very pleased with you. They're very pleased with how you're progressing, and they're delighted with how your mind is opening up. It's sort of like they showed me a rosebud that grows up into a full rose, and they're very delighted with this situation. They do kind of suggest that you maybe put a little more effort into that which is necessary. Maybe it has to do with studying or something like that, but put a little more effort into that part of your life, because in the long run, not the next year or so, but when you're 30, it's going to pay off dividends. All right?
Next.
Yes.
Champagne C asks, hey Elisha, can you see if Mario is okay? I reached out to him last night and he oddly hasn't contacted me back. That's unusual. It isn't like him. Thank you.
I think it has more to do with his phone than with him being in a bad position. It seems like he misplaced his phone, or it's not an easy reach. He can't get to it easily. It's what it. Yeah, he doesn't appear to be in any physical danger or illness or anything like that. It just appears that his phone is just, maybe it's just being erratic, and it might never got your message, or phones are really acting crazy the last couple of days. At least mine is. And I've talked to a few people who are having problems with their phones, and I think it has to do with the energy more than anything. I don't feel there's any problem with him. Just wait and see is what I'm suggesting, and you'll find that it's not like what you expect. Okay.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
AP, is M the man I will marry, or is it someone I do not know? Thank you.
The answer might be yes twice. It might be you will marry M, but also you will marry somebody you don't know, which is a little bit not what you want to hear, I suspect. But it does appear that there is more than one potential for marriage in your future. Okay.
Rachel Spalding asks, "Hi, ladies. How can I help my eldest daughter? How can our relation? Can you help our relationship?"
Say that again.
How can I help my eldest daughter?
I'm sorry. It'd be, if I knew how old she was, it'd be a little bit easier because different answers for different stages. I'm going to assume that your daughter is at least a teenager.
18.
Okay. So what came to mind was how I dealt with my eldest daughter. I have 3 daughters. You deal with them in 3 different ways. You cannot deal with one child the same as the other. With my eldest daughter, I always said yes to her, and then I would broach logical. I would broach logical explanations why this would work or why not. Have you thought of this? Have you thought of that? And her being a very logical young lady, she'd go, "Oh yeah, no, you're right, Mom. I think I shouldn't do this." 90% of the time that worked. 10% of the time she says, "Yeah, no, I'm fine with it." And she would go ahead, and she was always right. So first of all, you can't be in her face. You can't tell her what to do. 18-year-old, they're black and white. They see things very specifically, and there's no gray areas. So it makes it very difficult to. That is, for me, the black and white stage was the hardest stage of bringing my kids up, of any of them, because you can't talk to them, you can't argue with, you can't discuss things because they can only see it's either white or it's black. She would like your support, but first of all, it has to be support. It can't be, no, you can't do that. It has to be from her perspective. Yes, that sounds interesting. Did you want to look over the pros and cons of it and see how it works? So you support her by saying, "Yeah, that might be a really good idea, but let's see what happens." And you cannot allow your emotions to get involved. You cannot be emotionally upset with her and say, no, you're wrong. You can't do that, because she can't see that she can't do that. But she can see that that A would work, but B won't work. Basically, what I'm getting is support her as much as you possibly can. And that's saying, for instance, say things like, "I love you a lot. I'm not so pleased with some of your behaviors, but you I love." So that she knows that you're there for her. And tell her, "I'm always here for you. I will do my best to help you in any circumstances," so that she knows you are there and she can fall back on you. You cannot, honestly, what I'm picking up, you cannot tell her no. It's just not going to work. She's headstrong. She's sure of herself on the outward, not inward. She's not sure of herself inwardly. And I suspect part of the problem is the friends she's made. If you can, if it's possible to go away for a weekend, and just go get in the car and drive away for a weekend, and she's amenable to it, that would be the best choice. I think this is the one that is living with her father. Her father is also filling her head with stuff that's, he doesn't have a clue about reality when it comes to young women. So the best thing you can do is just say, yes, I support you. Whether you like what she says or not, it's more important that you stay in her life than be right. And I know that's tough. 18-year-olds are tough, really difficult. But long term, you're looking at the long term. And the long term is you want to be in her life. Okay, good luck.
Blossom 11 asks, hello, will I be going on a date within the next 2 weeks? Thanks.
Blossom 11. I get yes. Just the first thing that came was yes. So, and I see you giddy and excited. And I think the date will go very well too. It just appears that way. So good luck. Have fun.
Diamonds Cocaine asks, will I have stability?
The first thing you have to do is bring the stability inside of you, not outside of you. If that makes any sense. You're at this moment, you don't feel stable yourself, so you cannot attract stability. That is that is the crux of the matter. You need to feel more balanced in yourself, which means something that I talk about a lot: grounding. There's something you're not as grounded as would be the best for you for stability. And it might be that you're in a situation where you are extremely unsupported and things like that. Unfortunately, you're going to have to find the support within yourself first. Okay, and you'll know when you do, because you'll change certain things in your life. You won't become a dish rag or a footstool or anything like that. Being grounded just simply means you don't react to everything, and it's our reacting that causes things to be ungrounded. If you're in a situation where you have very little control, again, unfortunately, the only thing you have control over is yourself and how you react to it. So try to react as best you can from a stable, energetically stable situation and see what happens. Good luck.
Jenny Jones asks, "Hi, I love you and your channel. Will I get married in this lifetime?"
I like that. This lifetime. Not being married is not the worst thing in the world either, by the way. It's our genetic imperative to have a relationship and be married, and it's kind of nice to be loved, but it's not the worst thing in the world not to be loved or have somebody love you. Having said that, I get a resounding yes, but it might be that your idea of marriage is not necessarily a white wedding dress with a piece of paper that says you're married. It might simply be that you are in a loving relationship that where you cohabitate. But I did get a resounding yes for that.
Emily Aquine asks, "Hey, Eliz-sha, I would like to know, how does Jeffrey see me right now?"
Jeffrey. He's, at the moment, I don't think you want to ask, because it feels like he's had a bit of a night, and at least he's got a bit of a headache, and he's cranky, and I'd ask another time when he's a little bit more himself. But hang on, let's see if I can get him. Generally, there's no oh, what a pain in the butt she is, nothing like that. It's kind of a nice mellow feel. Generally, right now, I would just, like I say, he does appear to have a headache or something like that, and he's not it doesn't matter who you ask about right now, it's not going to be favorable. But generally, he has a favorable impression of you.
Next.
Yeah.
Megan Soria 333 says, "Hi, ladies."
Hi.
Champagne C says, "LOL, hey, for us night owls, it's morning. Hee hee." Diane says it's 11:30 in South Africa. Welcome.
Oh, welcome.
The Polynesian Princess says, "Give a thumbs up for this video."
Please. Though I'm a little slow in the uptake today. But South Africa, I've met a few people from South Africa. Where I live, there's a lot of people who've immigrated from South Africa, and they're very well respected and liked.
Yeah. Our family doctor was once from South Africa.
About 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He still has an accent, but he'll deny it to his dying day.
Yeah. Nice butt, though.
Anyhow, we won't talk about that.
Megan Soria says, asks, "Any messages for my guides?"
Megan
Soria.
So they're giving you a rousing cheer. So you're doing something that they're being very supportive about. The guides are so funny this last week. Really. Can't you just say something and tell me directly? They're very, it's like in a basketball game where there's this rah rah kind of cheer. Well, that's the kind of cheer it is. They're supporting you. They're lifting up the energy, so things are working for you. Okay. And the commentary is you're heading into the And I didn't understand that, honestly. I don't play any of the games. You're heading into the top of the, it's the end. It's towards the end. Okay. And you're heading into the last little bit, and you're doing well. Keep it up. Basically, is what they're saying. And yeah. Okay.
Next,
Yeah.
Tay 2637 asks, "Hello, do my spirit guides have any messages for me?"
They just would like you to spend more time, since you just got your dragon yesterday, was it?
Yep. Well, got the name for the dragon yesterday.
Yeah, but you're aware of it since yesterday. To spend time talking and feeling the energy around that entity, because it appears that the two of you are going to work together quite a bit. And just communicate, just build and develop your communication skills, because it's to your advantage, to your benefit. And they also suggest that you smile more. I know that's a really weird, out of left field comment, but yeah, smile more, because they're saying you happy more happy than you've been for a long time, and they like your smile, I guess, is what it amounts to. I like to go back to the game playing guides and add some more.
Okay.
Amanda? Was Amanda?
No.
Okay. Just before Tay.
Megan?
Megan. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. Anyhow, what your guides are trying to tell you is you're doing really well. Don't give up. Things are heading to the home stretch. That one I understood. And you have a great deal of support from them, and they are rising the energy. That's much clearer. Thank you. There you go.
Diane asks, any messages from spirit guides on my relationship, or spirits regarding my relationship with Austin Momoa?
Austin Momoa?
Yeah, I'm going to go yes. I probably pronounced that wrong.
I only need the first name anyhow. So first of all, don't be a pushover. What they're showing me is planting your feet, putting your hands on your hip, and saying not necessarily no, but maybe saying, how about we try it this way? Because it appears that he's sort of like a bull in a china shop. He just sort of pushes things over without thinking. I don't think he does it with intent, but you need to be strong. You need to be powerful with this guy. And he respects powerful. He respects strong. He does not respect nagging. That's a totally different kind of energy. But he respects you when you stay grounded and you say, nope, time out or something like that, where you expect him to listen to you, to hear you. Nagging, that's a different thing. Please don't do that. So you say clearly, well, probably with him at least twice minimum, because I don't think he hears very well. He's got his head in the clouds or something like that. But act the way you want him to treat you. Okay? And that means you want him to treat you with respect. When he starts to disrespect you, you get up and walk away. But he's also might be a little bit of a bully. Do not walk away from him. Just find a way to be away. You don't turn your back on him when he's cranky, ever. And good luck with that. I mean, he might be a wonderful human being, but he's a lot of work. Okay.
S. Starzy says, hello, everyone.
Hi.
Mariam Rashid asks, hi, I was wondering if there are any messages about my relationship.
So, the image they gave me was being towed behind a ski boat. So, that means it takes a lot of finesse to deal with this relationship. You can either just hang on for dear life, or you can learn to be the one that is in control of the skis. And I think you have a very good, clear idea of how to do this, more so than I have, because I mean this is a 2-minute answer. But it takes finesse to deal with this relationship. It takes you don't wear him down. You don't outsmart him. You be as good as him, or you keep the relationship fresh. Which means you do things that are different constantly. I mean, it might be simply different in how you do your hair, or how you do your makeup, or how you walk. You walk in running shoes all the time, and then suddenly put on a bit of heel. Do things that make him go, oh, cool. So you have to be the one that keeps things fresh and exciting and interesting. And I think interesting, it appears that your mate becomes bored easily, so you have to keep things fresh. Okay, I've said that 3 times now.
She agrees. Yes, it does. Lovely Ace says, thank you so very much. I will keep my eyes open. Puzzle of Life. Yes, that did help. I just read it too late. She resubmitted her question and easier to read.
Oh.
So I don't often read ahead in the conversation.
Yeah, because
it helps me lose my spot too easily.
Yeah, and then Facebook zips, or not Facebook, YouTube zips around.
Angela Patterson says, off subject and kind of silly, but I dreamt about you and Elle giving me a jade cat necklace last night.
Oh, cool. Jade's a powerful, and it probably wouldn't be a cat, but the cat is a very psychic creature. Yeah, it's well versed in magic, but it's also Egyptian lore and things like that.
And Chinese lore too.
Yeah.
The Siamese were used to...
That's not Chinese. That's
No, but like
that's European. That's
Siam.
Siam, yeah.
Where for Siam they were used for guarding the emperor
And the jewels. So there's a lot of lore, but the Egyptian lore, I think, is what came to mind first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. And jade, of course. You're better off Googling the information than taking it from me, but that's pretty cool. So it's a spiritual journey.
Mm-hmm. S. Darcy asks, is my relationship between my husband and I over?
First answer is no. It will take a lot of work to bring it back if you truly want it to. And to work time, it will take time. What I do see for sure, it will come to a understanding between the two of you that that will make it easier for both of you to move forward. But there's still a great deal of things between the two of you that need to be resolved or worked out. Good luck on that, by the way. That's a difficult time in anybody's life.
Angela Patterson says, LOL, I love the honesty. He is very cranky. LOL.
He really is.
B. Erla says, hi, Eliz-sha and L. If I may ask, what does Jeff want with me? Thank you so very much, both of you.
Jeff. Jeff is a tiny bit shallow still. He's growing. He will in the future grow and become more. Right now, he likes having you because you're really good arm candy. And he likes to show you off. Look what I've got. Look at my trophy. But that's, at this point, that's because he's a little young, and he can be 90 years old and still be a little young. It's not his age, it's his maturity. I feel the maturity is starting to come up, and he's starting to see a little more value in you. You're more than the arm candy. You're more than a pretty face. And there is a beginning of respect there. Just beginning. It's like a seed, but it's growing. So ask me again what he wants from you, say in 2 weeks, because a seed can grow very fast or it can grow very slow. But I do see the beginnings of a seed of. Yeah, good luck.
Puzzle of Life says, thank you. Yes, we are best friends. I didn't know the energy was tense for him. Haha. So hopefully he tells me what the unfinished business is about. Haha.
It felt like money or business or something like that. But yeah, you know how men are. They think they can do everything alone, and then afterwards they'll turn around and says, but I was going through a rough time. Well, you didn't tell me, so how do I know? Kind of thing. But men, in my experience, I've had this happen quite often, but I was having a rough time. You should have known. Well, we're not all mind readers. We don't always know. Okay, good luck with that.
Vernice Virinia asks, hi, I'm a Gemini. May I ask if my Pisces who ghosted me is coming back to me this second week of November? Thank you.
Gemini. Maybe the third week, he's still thinking about it. He's still, honest to God, go look for another guy. I mean, he ghosted you, and what I'm picking up, there's no really good reason. He's just a little lazy or something like that. There was no reason to ghost you that I can pick up that was valid. And he's starting to miss you this week, whether he'll come back this week or maybe towards the end of the week, possibly. But guy that ghosts you, is he valid? Is he worth your while? Honest to God. Okay. Value yourself above that. And that goes for everybody. If you don't value yourself, the people around you will not value you. Okay.
Tracy T says, hi. Beat Airless says, yes, and electronics in general are going crazy. I think it's Mercury retrograde. Ha 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 ha.
I'm not sure if it's Mercury retrograde or just the energy is crazy. The energy is really insane. I'm not impressed with it.
Tammy Banks says, hello, ladies. I just caught on live again. I'm truly grateful. Wanted to ask, what do my guides have to say about an occupation that I would excel in? Maybe something I learned in my past? Thank you.
And I assume the past would be another lifetime.
Or something she was in beginning of her life.
It could be. Because what I got where you would excel in is exactly what I'm doing. I don't know if that's what you want to do because it's not an easy profession. And very few people make enough money to survive on. You can. And you can make a decent living. But it might actually get stronger in the future. I would suggest you look into the healing arts. And I'm not talking necessarily a nurse, but something like that. Maybe a rehabilitation. You're really good with manipulating energy. And if you work with people who need to learn how to rewalk or learn how to deal with losing a limb or something, your energy is really powerful, and these people would excel. There's just an idea. You don't have to be a doctor, or you don't have to be. You can be a technician. It wouldn't make as much money, but you having the ability to put energy into these situations would make a huge difference. You do have that ability. You're really, I would look into learning more about manipulating energy, dealing with psychic abilities. There are a lot more. I feel there's a lot more information coming out. There's more forms of dealing with this. Intuitive, medical intuitive can make a lot of money. But there's more forms of psychic abilities, more clairs coming into the world, or maybe they're offshoots of eclair, but things are coming in more powerful, and I do believe you've got a strength there. I would really like to know what you think about that, actually, if you can put comment in. If not, good luck.
Tammy Banks says, "Wow, I felt that I would be intuitive. I'm so grateful for you this channel."
My pleasure.
So I'm assuming she agrees with you.
Oh, good. There's everybody has intuition. Everybody has the ability. You have to have the passion to go with it to make it worthwhile. And I feel that you do have that passion. Okay.
Jennifer Schweb asks, "Hello, can you give me a message for my 24-year-old daughter, Sydney, that would help guide her for the next couple of months? She's been very stressed in her life."
So the first thing I saw was stones. I have what I recommend. It's not this one. I do like this one, but it's and it actually probably would work very well for her. It's labradorite, but that's not the one I would recommend for her so much. I would recommend granite, and just hang on to it, because granite is a very grounding stone. I sent your package out, and in it there is, what are those pointy things? The round ones? They're not pyramids.
The cylinder pyramid.
Pyramid. That might be ideal for her to hang on to and carry with her. But okay. But I do grounding exercises. I think for Tay we suggested she stand barefoot. If it's too cold outside, you can do it inside, but stand barefoot. Use your imagination. Draw out the energy from the earth. Clean out old energy. Let it go. Again, be detached. Look at things from a third person perspective. When your mind starts to go in circles, think of toast. Think of a rainbow. Break the cycle. Bring it back, and keep breaking the cycle over and over. Being in the present moment is the most powerful thing you can do. And I know this sounds really ridiculous, but if she drinks coffee, drink at least 1 cup of really strong coffee. And I don't recommend that for everybody, just your daughter. 1 cup of really strong coffee. You can have cream, sugar, it doesn't matter. Latte, I don't care. But 1 cup. Anything more, it's going to give her heart palpitations. Okay. But you're really, you should be capable, Jennifer, of doing a clearing on her. Do a clearing on her energy. She's probably got a little extra hanging around, and it would be good practice. And if you need any help, you know how to reach me.
Sorry. Smith Lind Management asks, "Do you foresee me finding a higher paying job soon?"
The potential is extremely high at this moment that you will find one probably before or around the middle of December. I have a reading coming up. How long have we been on?
Over an hour.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I do have a reading coming up. We'll go for another 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then Monday, either Aaron will be on at 3:00 or I will be on between 3 and 6. on the same place, and it will be simply readings. But I do have a reading, and I need to be up for it, energetically up for it.
Okay. Vernice Verigna asks, I'm Teresa. I'm having a big problem financially the past couple of years. Will I financially be blessed soon?
Okay, I'll tell you the same thing I told the other young lady. Go to Wisdom Seekers, look up Nikki's last meditation. She talks about this exact thing and how we're going to deal with it in the future, and what you can do. And the answer is yes, you're going to soon, I don't know, but step by step, you're going to pull yourself out of it. And it has to do with a lot of different levels of energy, planet-wide, and genetic-wide, genetically, personally, for you and for everybody who has trouble with money. It is something that we as a human race are allowing to leave. Okay, so you're not alone, and that is a huge issue. I do believe that if you look up Nikki and the meditation, it will give you an out. She is a one powerful lady, by the way. Okay.
Hold on. It flipped on me.
Oh.
Why must you keep doing this? Jenny Jones says, thank you. Rachel Spalding says, actually, the 18-year-old lives with me. My younger daughter, 14, lives with her dad. But thank you for your mama wisdom.
It's tough being a mother. It never changes. But the girl, young woman, she is a woman. She sees herself as an adult and doesn't realize how much she doesn't know. So be the support you can, that you're in there long term, not short term.
Emily Aquarian says, okay, thank you. I have not spoken to him in a couple of days. I hope he feels better. Miria Herrera says, hello. Megan Soria says, thank God. I've been an emotional roller coaster. Thank you for your time, you beautiful soul.
Thank you. And then grounding. It's all about grounding.
Yeah. Then she
go
adds,
zip. Everybody try that. Just go zip. It will pull the energy together like that, and it gives you a breather. It's a Band-Aid, but it's actually a fun Band-Aid.
There is a how-to, like a 5-10 minute, not 10, but like 5-ish or so minute video.
It's really ancient.
Channel. Yeah, it's a.
You have to go way back to the 2017 beginning of.
Yeah, so
I should redo that actually, but it's a great Band-Aid. You just go zip.
And if you have any other questions on how-tos, let us know.
Yeah.
So and Megan says, thank you for clarifying. Diane says, thank you. Tay says, thank you, Eliz-sha. I will try to smile more, even though it's hard right now. And I will also try talking to my dragon guide, even though I don't think I'll be able to hear Chieco's response.
You might not, but if you start giggling for no reason, you got it subconsciously, because they are without a doubt the most hilarious creatures in the universe.
Also, if you ever get a European dragon, watch out for their tail.
I suspect the long tail are just as
oh, probably, but doesn't play golf with your head as often.
That's true.
Again, speaking from experience.
And if you feel something go whizzing past your head, you know it's the tail.
Yep. Or like if you get a random headache and you have absolutely no idea, you know you've done something dumb, and it's the tail.
Or they're just leaning on you too, for that matter.
That's true.
Yeah.
But the headache's different. Miriam Rashid says, yes, it does. Okay, thanks. Maria Herrera asks, do you see if Alex's dad is going to bring the money? Thank you.
I think he will, but it's going to be push and tug to get him there to do it. He's, yeah, he doesn't like, he's what I think, I don't know if you've used Kodo, and I know in Mexico, Kodo, but he's cheap. So he will, but it feels like his sister, I think it is, or Alex's aunt. And there's a little push and tug basically for it to happen, but I feel that it will eventually happen.
Tracy T asks, hello everyone. Are there any messages from my spirit guides? Thank you in advance.
So your spirit guides, you're a very busy human being. Your mind is very active. You're always tunneling for new information. And I get the feeling your spirit guides enjoy that aspect of you. They of course, I've never met a spirit guide that wasn't happy with their charge, and they're pleased with you. They feel that you're doing. They feel that you're tunneling here and tunneling there and tunneling everywhere for. It's like you're mining for information. It's going to come together and create a whole that is going to go. You're going to have one huge aha moment with it. And they're very pleased with what you're doing right now. There's, okay, what else? Don't forget to come up for breathing air occasionally and maybe socialize a little bit. Just a bit more. Okay. I think she's a you.
Probably. Be Airless says arm candy. Haha. Thank you for that message, Eliz-sha. And thank you, L2. I love listening to your voices. It has a calming effect on me. You're welcome.
We should close it off pretty soon. Because like I say, I do have a reading, and it's going to be a long one.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. There's two more.
Okay, let's do two more, but okay. That's it.
Mayret Sokari, and I butchered that like crazy, I'm sure of it. Asks, hello, is my son now ready to love himself?
More than he has been. There are moments when he actually understands that this is a necessity, and more moments where he falls back into self-loathing. But the more you're there for him unequivocally, without comment, just occasionally a hand on the shoulder and a smile for him, the more he will come up for air. If you know anybody who can clear his energy, I'm not sure where you're from, what your spiritual beliefs are, but if you have a spiritual advisor who knows how to clear the energy, maybe with prayers or something, he has attachments, and those attachments will prohibit him from growing beyond what he is. Okay. If not, you can reach out to me, and I will see what I can do.
And Tammy Banks says, "Wow, I felt that. I would be." Yeah, I read that already. Daisy Henry asks, "Hello, do my guides have any messages for me?"
So I'm trying to figure out what they're metaphorically trying to tell me, because they swept you up in their arms and they were doing ballroom dancing, and I'm going to think that's a way of saying live a little more and go out and enjoy yourself. You don't have to go out, but enjoy yourself a bit more. Allow things to sweep you off your feet. And personally, I adore Fred Astaire and Ginger Roger type movies, and and maybe it just means you should get out there and take a course and become a ballroom dancer or something like that. But allow life to sweep you off your feet. Allow yourself to see the grandeur in life, because that kind of dancing is very grand. And they say they love being with you, and they're very pleased to be part of your life. And they think they tell me that you're going places. You're going to be doing things. You're going that what is your aspirations is important. Is going to create a change for you. Is that it? No?
That's it.
Okay, I've enjoyed myself thoroughly. I always do. I love meeting all your guides. I have loved meeting you guys, and I get to know a few of you more over the times. I get to know you better and better, and I really enjoy myself. But I am going to go now. Namaste, namasko.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us.